girl was working with other slaves to harvest on one autumn evening. She notices that one slave has stopped working and is carefully looking out for the slave owner.
Tonight is my night. While you are busy with the harvest, I'll make a break for it.
Harriet admires his bravery, but she senses grave danger. She sees the overseer follow him. She hides herself in the cornfield and follows too.
He's after me, but I can hide in the general store at the crossroads.
Harriet and the overseer both follow him into the store.
You, girl, help me catch this runaway.
Instead, Harriet stands in the doorway as the runaway dashes out. She blocks the entrance so the overseer can't chase him.
I'll get you.
The overseer picks up a heavy weight and throws it all his might at the escaping slave. He misses him, but it hits Harriet in the forehead. She has a huge wound.
She survives the wound for the rest of her life. Harriet has a dent in her skull from the injury. She often wears scars on her head to conceal it. Harriet does not forget the slave who got away today.
Harriet knows she won't be happy until her family is also free. She hears her brothers are about to be sold to a plantation in the deep south. She has to act fast. After a long and dangerous trip, Harriet arrives at her brother's cabins.
Harriet, you've come back.
I've come to bring you with me to the land of freedom. We have to leave soon.
Harriet, it's freezing cold outside.
We can't make it all the way north.
I've done it myself, and now I have friends along the way who can help us. But we have to leave soon.
We're supposed to have having dinner with Mom and Pa. They'll be wondering about us.
We can't tell Mom about our plan. She'll start crying and screaming, and then everybody will know I've come for you.
Why can't Mom and Pa come with us?
They are very old and can't move quickly. I'll come back to them once I have a horse and a wagon. We have to go however we can. We'll run through the forest, sleep in bushes, eat berries, but we have to leave before tomorrow morning.
Harriet, we have to let our parents know that we're running away.
Let's go hide in the shed, and we'll get word to Pop.
Ma and Pa are in the cabin waiting. They have no idea that Harriet and her brothers are planning to escape to the north.
Where are my boys at? Why haven't they come for supper?
I don't know, Mom.
It breaks my heart that they're not here right now. What if they ran off and got caught?
I know. I hope they're safe.
A friend knocks at the door and whispers to Pa. They sneak away from Pa's cabin and arrive at the shed. Pa tied a handkerchief around his eye.
Pa, it's me and Harriet.
I'll come back with food. Is it okay if I bring your mother?
It's better for her if she doesn't know where we are.
Pa, why in the world are you blindfolded?
You know what they say, I don't tell any lies. When Master comes back and asks if I see my children, I can honestly say I had them.
Pa, I promise I'll come back soon for you and Mom.
Hours later, they are walking next to the road. Harriet senses that they are in danger.
We must stop here and cross this river.
I won't get in this freezing water. Are you crazy?
You can't go back, none of you. They will whip you and make you tell them how we got away and who we saved. We'll put everybody in jeopardy.
She's right, we have to stick together.
Come on, follow me.
Harriet starts to walk into the river. The water rises to her ankles, then her knees. Soon it's above her waist. Harriet keeps going. The others stand and start shouting.
Harriet, we're going to drown if we follow you.
But Harriet has faith. Even when the water reaches her chin, she continues. At last, the river becomes shallow again. She reaches the other side, and the others step into the river to join her.
We'll be safe over here. Let's sleep for a few hours in this tall grass.
The next morning, they find a path that leads them back to the road they were on the day before.
Look, the patrollers have been here looking for us. How can you tell?
You can tell by the trampled grass. Harriet, if we hadn't crossed that river, we would have been caught.
Oh, I see a horse, Harriet. Come on. Follow us. Harriet, come on, faster. Okay. Go faster, Daddy. Come on.
Action!
After traveling for weeks, Harriet's group survives in Pennsylvania. They go straight to the Anti-Slavery Society, where they are welcomed by William Stone, who first wrote about the Underground Railroad.
Welcome to Philadelphia.
We are might have.
I'm sorry to say that even though you're in a free state, you're still in danger.
Why is that? Because the fugitive slave law has been passed. Any slave who is caught, even up north, will be sent back down south. I will lead you all the way to Canada.
Harriet, did you know that your slaveholders are angry at you that you helped free the other slaves and offer $40,000 for your capture? Dead or alive! That's equal to $800,000 today.
I wouldn't even care if it was for all the gold in the world. Nothing's going to stop me from freeing my people, especially my parents still at the plantation down south.
But she is not afraid. Even though her parents are old and feeble, she is still determined to bring them north.
Harriet sneaks back once again to the plantation in Maryland. A large sunbonnet hides her face as she walks hunched over. She finds her mother and father.
Where's Pa?
He's locked up in a chicken coop for helping a slave escape.
Don't worry, I'll get him loose.
Harriet waits till nightfall and sneaks over to the chicken coop. She pries open the door.
Pa, I've come for you.
Oh, thank you, my Harriet. I don't know what Master was going to do to me. Quickly, we need to get a horse. Old Dolly Mae was out in the pasture. Let's take her.
This is too dangerous, Harriet. We're sure to get caught.
We have to try. Don't you want to be free? Here, I can build a carriage from this old wood.
Harriet drapes a shawl over her head and takes her parents to the nearby train station.
Harriet, how are we going to get onto the train?
Walk right up to it and act like we're supposed to be there. Maybe they'll think we are free already. Then we'll get off and head south for a while. No one will look for escaped slaves on a train heading south. Don't fret and worry. I've done this many times before.
Oh, Harriet, I've never met a soul as brave as you.
Harriet Tubman was a slave in Maryland who grew up to lead more than 300 people out of the South to freedom. Even today, the world knows her legacy for her brave work guiding runaway slaves using the Underground Railroads.
Big applause! Action.
Harriet Tubman, a young slave girl, is working with other slaves to harvest corn one autumn evening. She notices that one slave has stopped working and is carefully looking out for the slave owner.
Tonight is my night. While y'all are busy at the cornfield, I'll be making a run for it.
Harriet admires his bravery. She senses great danger. She sees the overseer father. She hides herself in the cornfield and follows too.
He's after me, but I can hide at the general store near the crossroads.
Harriet and the overseer both follow him into the store.
You girl, help me catch this runaway.
Instead, Harriet stands in the doorway as the runaway dies. She blocks the entrance to the overseer. She says,
I'll get you.
the overseer picks up a heavy weight and notices that we always might have to speak of it. She survived for the rest of her life. Harriet has a dent in her skull from the injury. She often wears scarves on her head to conceal it. Harriet does not forget the slave who got away that day.
Harriet knows she won't be happy until her family is also free. She hears her brothers are about to be sold to a plantation deep in the south. She has to act fast. After a long and dangerous trip, Harriet arrives at her brother's cabins.
Harriet, you've come back!
I'll come back to bring you with me to the land of freedom. We have to leave soon.
Harriet, it's freezing cold outside. We can't make it all the way north.
I've done it myself, and now I have friends along the way who can help us.
We're supposed to be having dinner with Mom and Pa. They'll be wondering about us.
We can't tell Ma about our plan. She'll start crying and screaming, and then everybody will know I've come for you.
Why can't Mom and Pa come with us?
They're very old and can't move quickly. I will come back for them when I can, get a horse and a wagon. We will go however we can. We will run through the forest, sleep in bushes, eat berries, but we have to leave before tomorrow morning.
Harriet, we have to let our parents know that we were running away.
Let's go hide in the shed, and then we'll get a word to Pa.
Ma and Pa are in their cabin waiting. They have no idea that Harriet and her brothers are planning to escape the north. Where are my boys? They haven't come for supper. Have they been sent south already?
I don't know, Ma.
It breaks my heart that they're not here. What if they've been caught? Ran off and got caught.
What I think?
A friend knocks on the door and whispers to Paul. They sneak away from Paul's cabin and arrive at the shed. Paul ties a handkerchief around his eyes.
Paul, it's me, Harriet.
Children, I'll come back with some food for you. Can I bring your mother to see you?
It's better for her if she doesn't know where we are.
Paul, why in the world are you blindfolded? You know I don't ever tell any lies. When the master comes and asks me if I know where my boys went, I can honestly say I didn't see them.
Ma, I promise I'll come back soon for you and Mom.
Hours later, they are walking next to a road. Harriet senses that they are in danger.
We must stop here and cross the river. I won't get into the freezing water. You're crazy. You can't go back. None of you. They will whip you and make you tell them how we got away and who we stayed with. You will put everyone in jeopardy.
He's right. We're not staying ever.
Come on, follow me.
Harriet starts to walk into the river. The water rises to her ankles, then her knees. Soon it's above her waist. Harriet keeps going. The others stand and start shouting.
What are you doing? Harriet, we're going to drown if we keep following you.
But Harriet has faith. Even when the water reaches her chin, she continues. At last the river becomes shallow again. She reaches the other side. The others step into the river to join her.
We'll be safe over here. Let's sleep for a few hours in the tall grass.
They find a path that leads them back to the road they were on the day before.
Look, those shores are in here looking for us.
How can you tell?
The grass has been trampled. Harriet, if we haven't crossed the river when we did, we have been caught.
Action.
After traveling for weeks, Harriet's group arrives in Pennsylvania. They go straight to the Anti-Slavery Society. They are welcomed by William Stone, who first wrote about the Underground Railroad.
Howdy, y'all. Welcome to Philadelphia.
We're mighty happy to be here.
I'm so sorry to say this, but even though you're in a free state, you are still in danger.
Well, why is that?
Because the fugitive slave law hasn't passed. Any runaway slave who is caught, even up north, can be arrested back to south. I will lead you to Canada.
Harriet, did you know that your slaveholders are angry at you because you helped free other slaves and offer $40,000 for your capture? Dead or alive, that's equal to $800,000 today.
I wouldn't care if it was for all the gold in the world. Nothing is going to keep me from giving freedom to my people, and most especially my parents who are still at the plantation down south. But Harriet is not afraid. Even though her parents are old and feeble, she is determined to bring them north.
Action.
Harriet sneaks back once again to the plantation in Maryland. A large sunbonnet hides her face, and she walks hunched over. She finds her mother and father.
Where's Paul?
He's locked up in the chicken coop for helping other slaves escape.
Paul, I've come for you.
No, it's don't worry, you'll okay.
Don't worry, I'll get him loose.
Go.
Harriet waits until nightfall and sneaks over to the chicken coop. She pries open the door.
Paul, I've come for you.
Oh, thank you, my Harriet. I don't know what the master is going to do to you. Quickly, we need to get a horse. Old Dolly May was put out to the pasture. Let's take her.
This is too dangerous, Harriet. We are sure to get caught. My hat is gone.
We have to try. Don't you want to be free? Here, I can build a carriage from this old wood.
What?
Harriet drapes a shawl over her head and rides takes her parents to the nearby train station.
Harriet, how are we going to get to the train?
We walk right onto it and act like we're supposed to be there. Maybe they'll think we are free already. Then we get off and head south for a while. No one will look for escaped slaves on a train heading south. Don't fret and worry. I've done this many times before.
Harriet, I've never met as tall as baby you.
Harriet Tubman was a slave in Maryland who grew up to lead more than 300 people out the South to freedom. Even today, the world knows her legacy for her brave work guiding runaway slaves using the Underground Railroad.